Ila Bhatt, thank you for having breakfast with UNICEF. You've spent a lifetime fighting for the independence for women and girls. After 80 years of child marriage being banned, still 1 in 2 girls in India are married before the age of 18. What can be done differently to now accelerate progress for Indian girls in the 21st century?
Basically, I feel that as soon as you make the outside world more secure, more abundant with opportunities, then there will be a change. I see that Seva experience, the women who have been learning in the computer class, they told me that I asked them straight away that what do you think about child marriage. They said that the marriage age should be 23. Because once 18, so we have finished our school graduation, but we are good for nothing, for any productive job, because we don't have skill, the kind of modern education that we have. So that does not prepare them for any vocation. That's just irrelevant. The content of the education is not so relevant to that life education. Anyway, so they say that once we pass our school graduation, and after 18, then we need 2 years to learn something, productive skill. Otherwise, we'll get into the family and we'll have children and we'll be doomed.
Laws and policies, do you see them making a difference, or there are many other forces at play, many other transformational changes that need to take place first?
Yes, laws and policies cannot change the society or cannot change the mindset or the traditions. It has its value, so because it gives you a support, and whatever movement you do for that, it gives you legitimacy. So it is important, but enforcement is also equally difficult. I have not seen in any village so far any child labor or any child marriage inspector coming in the village and then arresting anybody.
Education is clearly the quickest way for girls to become empowered. At the same time, girls who are disempowered tend not to have access to education. How do we reconcile these things?
They are not separate. What is empowerment? Even if she may be illiterate, but she is quite empowered in the family, in the community, in panchayat. We see them all the time. So empowerment is not a thing that can be given or taken back. It can't be given. So let them be engaged, to do things and to solve a problem, to deal with the issue, to deal with the management, to do with the accountancy, to do with I would say, to do with mobilizing. So when they do things, that brings the empowerment, and then as they do it collectively, that gives them more strength. So self-confidence, and then they are not afraid. They are able to talk, face to face, with a panchayat leader, or with the police, or with a district collector, or with their own father-in-law.
Around the issues we're talking about, what can normal people do?
Am I not normal?
Of course. What can you do, and what can your peers do?
I think 3 things I have learned from my experience needs to be done. That every girl, every woman should know your body, must know how her body works, how it is different from men, how it works, and how responsible it is to go to be to bring the motherhood, and that brings all the aspects of nutrition, clean water, and the good food, proper food, all that comes in. The other thing, second thing, is that every woman must have skill to generate income, so that she is not that dependent for the money, for the assets, for the cash on somebody else. And the third thing is that every woman should know how to participate and operate within the democratic structure.
How close are we? I mean, to this. You've seen so many changes and challenges for women over half a century in India. Where are you placed now?
Women have done the best out of all the movements in the world. So women have progressed. What I mean is that women have gained more consciousness, more awareness of the happenings around, and have started understanding that. Then women have become, you can see also elements of leadership, local leadership also amongst the women. But the economic status has declined, if I may say, in general. We see some educated women holding very high positions and all that, but in general, that whatever they earn, the value of that income is going down, and that leads them to a lot of vulnerability. But it is not in their hands. It's these market forces are not helping the poor and women and the self-employed. But I feel quite shocked when my grandson, studying in the school, final graduation school, he's 15, and he's studying economics. He was reading his textbook loudly, and then talking about the spirit of the market, and then competitiveness. There was not a single word about cooperation. So all these concepts against which I have been fighting my life, and I am hearing that my grandson is still learning them. It's so disappointing and frustrating, but it's an eye opener that it's a long way yet for our children to grow up with the right values of life and of work.
Bhatt, thank you very much.
Thank you.